What's up, y'all? It's your boy Savage. Much love, much respect. You already know. What a beautiful day. That's all I can say, man. It's Friday night, and I feel alright. All that good shit. But to get down to business, we're going to go ahead and drop a video. I know, look, listen, I don't talk about prison, I don't do all that, but I'm going to have fun with this. We're going to keep it lighthearted, and there's so many people who reach out to me, and they want to know. They want to know a lot of things about their loved one that's either going to jail, they might be going to jail or prison, and they want to know how to either contact them or whatever. So, you know what? We will address these situations because I've been there, done that, and we're going to keep it light. So, light while spitting some facts. So, let's get into it without much further ado. Make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed, and if you do subscribe, hit that bell notification so you will be notified of whenever future videos, whatever drops. If you want to watch it, you click on it, boom, pops right up. So yeah, man, anyone who tells you that, I mean, unless you've already been there, done that, I guess you could possibly say that the first day in prison is nothing, it's a cakewalk. For the regular person who's going to prison for the first time, whether you're a gang member or not, you're going to go to prison one of two ways, maybe three ways. Let's see how we can break it down. But I would say first thing you don't want to do is get there and just have this like chip on your shoulder. You know what I mean? This isn't the 70s, the 80s, or the 90s. You know, this is prison in 2020. People are more personable, more sociable. People are more likely to be like, hey, what's up, my boy? What they call you? As opposed to everyone just with a mean mug and you got to be ready to attack because someone's going to try to rape you. It's not like that. So there's really no need for an excessive amount for like puffing out your chest and keeping your head up too crazy, doing all that. However, if that's you and you're willing to back it up and that's how you're going to do your time, then go ahead. But it's only going to be a matter of time before somebody calls you on it, somebody challenges you, somebody tries you. That's just the way prison works. People don't like all that. However, be you. That's what I say. So that's just rolling up. You know what I mean? Be yourself. You know, don't be extra'd out because there's no need to be extra'd out. But don't be turned down either. Have that good walk. Have that solid solidarity. Give off this vibe. I used to tell people, man, you want to give off that vibe that if somebody tries you, you're just going to take flight. You don't got to be the hardest person in the block. You don't even got to know how to fight. But if they try you, you're just going to start swinging. No explaining. That's the way it goes. Number two, it's cool to be friendly. It's cool to be cool. It's cool to chop it up. You'll see people that you might know. You'll see people that you might know from your hood. You'll see people you might know from their hood. You might know their homies. Whatever the case is, you might just know. You might have a good common ground and talk with somebody, and that's understandable, of course, you know what I mean? It's the whole drive from county jail to prison, and then sitting in the cages, going from one cage to the next cage, the whole processing of reception. Yeah, it's cool to have a conversation, you know, amongst your people or whatever, but listen too, you know, just be cool. Just listen, be calm, don't give up everything. And when you talk a lot in front of everybody in those cages or whenever you're at where you're at, you're just giving yourself up. And in prison is kind of a place where, if anything, you want to kind of remain a mystery. You want to remain, you know, spoken to, crack a joke here or there, you know, I mean, make the fellas laugh or some shit. But just, I don't know, in my opinion, personally, don't be the person who's sitting there doing all kinds of talking and talking and talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, no one's trying to hear all that. No one's trying to listen to that. People will have you figured out before you know it. And that's the thing, like, being in prison, especially going there on your first day, you want to do more watching and listening than talking. So that's my advice on that one. Number three, número tres. This is something I had struggled with, man. Growing up, I hated authority. I hated them in school. I hated them in juvenile hall. I hated them in foster home. I just did not like authority. I still have a hard time putting up with authority, communicating with them. You know, now I can actually be respectful because I've been there, done that. I'm tired, your boy. It's a lose-lose. You're never going to win. But hitting reception, 18 years old, I'm not sure exactly. Really young, though. I already wasn't trying to take orders. I felt like if a CO told me anything, I was pressure case. I had to do something. I had to, you know what I mean, like clown them. Don't do that. Do not fuck with the COs. Don't mess with them. They will make your time hell. Your homies will get at you. Your people will get at you. Whatever car you run, they will get at you. And they will tell you you are making a mistake. So listen to me. If you're young and you're headed to prison, if you feel like, understand this, when you get there, COs are going to tell you something. It's their job to correct your mistakes, your errors in their program. So you're new to it. So you're going to do things that you don't know, and they're going to correct you. And the way they correct you, you have to accept that. As long as they don't disrespect you or call you out your name, it's probably the wisest thing for you to do to keep your head low, not disrespect them, be yourself, and understand that that's a lose-lose battle. Your people will understand. Don't feel pressure case. Ain't nobody going to clown you. Trust and believe. Leave the cops alone, and they will leave you alone for the most. Number 4. Remember where you at, okay? When you first hit prison, you do not go directly to a main line. You will go to a place called reception. In reception, you will have to wait sometimes 3 to 4 months before you hit a main line. That means you don't get TVs in your cell. That means the phone calls that you get when you go to day room. I don't even remember if you did get phone calls. I don't know. It's been a minute. I'm not sure. Okay? Mail is slow. Okay? Understand where you at. In reception, you're not going to get a full draw of store. That means you don't get the full 100 and however many bucks of store. And sometimes if you have a job on the line, you can get $220. You know, you could go $220 worth of store, and that's a good eat for the month. In reception, I think you go $55. So understand already where you at sucks. No one likes reception. However, start drawing. Either draw, develop something where you can make I don't know, like little shower bags or whatever, sew up shorts, sell the shorts. There's little hustles that you can create and that you can make. So don't be afraid to utilize your skills because you're going to need them. Drawing is very popular in reception. Then you come out to day room, you put all your drawings on the table. You can make a bunch of little small ones for like 50 cents a piece, $1 a piece, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Remember where you at. Have patience. Understand that you are going to be very frustrated in this place. Like some people very rarely really like reception. Like they can manage to have fun with it. Those are like usually the porters who work for the COs, mopping and sweeping, cleaning the showers. They get extra trays. They're out of the cell all the time. For about 98% of the other population, you're in the cell most of the time. I don't know about the phone calls. You get not even half of the full, store buy. So understand that you're going there. This is what you have to expect. Once you hit prison, this is what you will be having. Now on to number 5. Y'all made it, so this one's gonna get better and better from here. Okay, listen. This should be number 1. But this is something that's common sense. You'll know this by the time you get to prison. Whether you're horse playing with your homies, horse playing with somebody you just met, horse playing with your cellie, or you're really mad, or you're really serious, or you feel some kind of way, do not call a man a bitch. Do not call a man a bitch, a punk, snitch, rat, any type of stuff like that. Now, you see all this stuff in the streets. You see this humor everywhere. That word is so prevalent amongst homies out here. They're quick to call each other a bitch and not think twice. And who cares? That's the way it is out here, and either you accept it or you don't. In there, if you do something like that, that is going to wage an automatic war. Be expecting someone to take flight on you, whether it's your best friend. If your best friend calls you that, you better take flight on him. That's the way it goes. Now, if you're in the cell with your cellie, you guys are cool, you joke around, you guys clown around, and that's your guys' humor, you come to that understanding on your own, then you know what? That's good. But that is number 5. Never call another man outside of his name in prison. Number 6. This one's a very important rule for the simple fact this is going to affect how your cellmate sees you and how everyone else sees you and perceives the kind of guy you are, the kind of character that you have. Don't you ever, if your cellie, I don't care if he's from a whole nother hood, you from this hood, you guys are in the cell, you eat together, you sleep together, well, not in the same bed, at least I hope you don't. You guys sleep in the same room, you eat together, you work out together, laugh together, tell stories. If your cellie gets into a jam, you got to have your cellie's back. You don't have to. But I'm just going to let you know you a bitch if you don't. You rock with your cellie. And if you don't like your cellie enough to rock with them that much, then you should not be cellies in the first place. The key ingredient to having a comfortable stay while you're there in prison, period, is to make sure it starts inside the cell. And that only comes when you have a bond with your cellmate where you guys know if a kite comes underneath the door and it says, hey, you got to whack your cellie. He did this in this prison or he did this in this county jail and he has to go. And you're just like, nah, I'm good on that. I'm not going to do that. There's never a better feeling than that while you're in prison, because you can't trust anybody. So you want to be able to find a cellmate that you can't trust, because trust me, there's plenty of cellmates who always got each other's back. They ride or die. That's the way it goes. That's the way it is. And then once you get to the hole, handle business from there and discuss what the hell happened. And you know what I mean? Go from there. Number seven. They got things in prison. We call them banana peels, right? There'll be so many inmates that actually end up getting caught masturbating. And they get this big old yellow slabs on their window, so the cops can't see. The female cops that walk by, no one can see. They got to knock on the door and ask them, hey, you know, are you ready for whatever? Those are the people who get caught masturbating by a CO, to a CO, in front of a CO, whatever. Understand, if you feel the need that you got to do any type of business like that, you better make sure them windows are covered up. You better make sure you got a curtain. You better make sure your cellie's outside of the cell. And if he's in the cell, y'all better be cool. Y'all better have some kind of understanding where bump the music, play your TV. You know what I mean? He got his headphones on. Y'all doing your own thing. No one knows, no harm, no foul. But no matter what, if you just got a problem where you just have to do some shit like that, then let me tell you right now, you better make sure them windows is secure. You better make sure they blocked, covered, and secure. Because your ass will end up written up. I don't even know if they give people extra charges. I'm pretty sure they probably do. And you'll end up with them big yellow slabs on your window. And the whole block will see it. Then your ass is through. Number 8. If you guys come out and you gamble, and you play card games, or you play dominoes, or whatever you're playing, and a wage, or even you're betting on an NFL football game or a baseball game, and you win or you lose, you always pay your debt. You always pay your debt, and you never let another man burn you. Because let me tell you, if you let a man burn you in prison, what do you think that's telling everyone else around you? And people gamble from county jail to reception to the main yards. So if you let a man burn you in prison, what do you think that's telling everyone else around you? And if you burn a man in prison, what do you think that's telling everyone else around you? Both of those won't last long. You pay your fucking debts, you collect your fucking debts, and you don't take no for an answer. Just like you would expect that person not to take no for an answer. You need to stand up for yourself. But if you got a shitty character to where you feel like you don't need to pay your debt, or, you know, try to wiggle out of it, I promise you'll end up with holes in you. Don't do it. Number 9, Nina Ross. Y'all made it here. We still going. We still pushing. Trust me, it's just going to get better. Number 9, work out. Get off your ass. Work out. Even if you draw. I mean, unless you just don't want to work out and you're like, listen, I got this big old knife. I'm not going to work out. I'm not interested in push-ups. I'm not interested in running laps. I got this big knife and I'm going to use it. Then, hey, do what you want to do. I've always took on the personality of, you know what? In prison, your body is your best weapon. So regardless if you got a knife, if you ain't strong enough and you know, you don't got the ingenuity to hold on to that motherfucker. There's been plenty of stories where someone got their ass beat, got the knife taken from them, and then got booked up with their own knife. Work out. It's nothing but time on your hands. They got pull-up bars, dip bars, and a track. You can play soccer. You can play basketball. Do some form of exercise, because it lets other people know on the yard what kind of person you are. People are all perception. People see everything. People say, damn, that fool's always working out. He probably can knock my ass out. Damn, okay, if we do get him, we're going to have to put 2 or 3 people on him. But if you just a little lazy butt, don't do nothing, you just a victim in waiting, man. I mean, but like I said, do what you want to do. My best advice, get up, do some exercise, work out. You'll feel great. You'll feel strong. People will see it. People will recognize it. They won't pray. Finally, y'all made it to number 10, man. Congratulations for those who stuck around. And number 10 is just really pointing out the obvious. So you can call me Captain Obvious for now, but this is number 10. Keep your eye on the prize. You're not supposed to be in there forever. And if you are in there forever, there still is a silver lining. You do not want to end up on a level 4, 180, or in the shoe doing life. Figure out a way to get to a level 2 or a level 1 and serve your life sentence. Serve it as easy as possible. But if you're not doing life, keep your eye on the prize. Come home. Understand that you are a visitor amongst a place where lifers call home. You do not need to get in drama. You do not need to get in politics. Don't get yourself a habit if you don't already have one. And if you do get a habit, just pay your fucking debts. You know what I mean? Pay off whatever you get and you'll be fine. I recommend don't do anything though. Work out, play some card games, chill with your celly, laugh some shit off. But at the end of the day, keep your eye on the prize. Keep your eye on the prize when you're talking to COs, when you're dealing with people you having a headache with. If you want to get down with somebody, just always factor in the situation that you want to go home. That's number 10. Hope you guys like it. I had fun with it, man. Enjoy your weekend. Be safe. I know I'm gonna have fun. I know we're gonna turn up, but be safe. Whatever you guys do, it's much love, much respect. It's your boy Savvy the Most.